But you don't think all those little details, because I am a man from an old school too, like flowers,
Hmm.
details. I've been watching the social media and those new generations are making, and don't get me wrong, I'm just giving a point of view. But what do you think these kinds of little videos are killing these principles because now they are showing the women like a, sorry for the word, like a piece of meat.
Hmm. Yeah, no, it's true. It's hard.
So for our new generations, any words from you, especially because you're a mom?
Yeah, my daughters, I tell them, I try to, I mean, like I said, because they see as women as a piece of meat. But let's be honest, now there are women that see men as piece of meat as well. It goes both ways. Like, it's been lost both ways, unfortunately. And I just, like I tell my daughters, I was like, you're more than that. You're a gift. You're a treasure. Value yourself way more. So, I mean, even if it's not their father, not saying that their father doesn't do it, but as a woman, I am very transparent with my daughters than other previous generations. My mom was transparent with me to her extent of her knowledge, but let's go further back. Everybody does, even talking about periods was like, oh my god, like you kind of had to discover that on your own. Like, oh, okay, just here's that, go do that, and you're fine. And when a girl's starting her period, she's like, oh my god, I'm dying. Like, oh my god, like what's going on? I don't know what's going on. That's like, even my whole, so. But if I speak to my daughters of transparency of everything. Like, I mean, yes, sex is beautiful. Sex can be amazing. Sex can also be not great. You know what I mean? It can be hurtful depending in how the scenario. Because, like I said, coming from a sexually abused past, so I being completely transparent with my daughters in that sense, like it for this new generation, it's like it's just so sad. Like, because there are there are things from old generation that I'm like, oh god, we had to get rid of all that craziness. But then how far we've come into this new, like you said, there's no medium. There was no medium, and it's scary. I tell them, be true to yourself, but then their truth is like everyone has their own truth. So now you can't even say that, you know. Learn God's truth. Love yourself, you know. Have your own standards. Um,
Don't copy nobody.
don't copy nobody. You know what I mean? Just because you see the glass full over there, it's also glass half empty. We each have our own life. Like I said, we're the author and illustrator of our own story. We have our own cards that are dealt. Mine are different from yours. There's no comparison and there's no competition. I wish girls would understand that the most. There's a book that I read, Without Rivals, from Lisa Bevere, that really opened that up to me about we are uniquely designed. We are uniquely His, God's. Like, we are not, I am not in a competition with other women. I'm in no competition at all. I have my own purpose. I am my own person. You know what I mean? I want to uplift other women, not bring them down. We women alone, like I only speak of women, I'm not a man, we criticize so much each other ourselves, but then each other so much too, where we are happy and praising them and loving them in their face, and speaking illy behind their back, or just even thinking bad things about them in our back because of jealousy or envy, and it's our mind. The brain is so powerful. It controls everything. And until you're willing to really be raw with yourself, like I had to be really raw with myself physically and mentally. And I mean mentally, I had to own up how I got myself physically where I got myself. Yes, things happened to me in life, but I still played a part in allowing myself to get to where I got to. And until I took my own ownership, because I'm the only one responsible of my own life and nobody else, I couldn't blame my ex. I couldn't blame my children. I couldn't blame anybody. I had to take ownership myself. I allowed this to happen to me. You know, pick up your cross, Amy, and get on your feet. God is with you. He got you, but you got to do the work. It's hard. And it's hard when society, culture in this day and age is even removing the principle of God. It's simple as that. It's just we all have our own truths, we all have our own beliefs. Now everybody is like we indulge everybody's delusions. I hate how everybody has to accept everybody's truths. We can't live and let live. You have to, because you believe this, like you have to force that belief on me. So it's just, it's so bad. It's so far how we've come so far from the left. We were so awesome on the right, now we're so to the left.
So in the end, we have to try to find middle point, but the most important, love yourself.
Love yourself. That's the number. You love yourself. If you don't love yourself, who will? Nobody will. Nobody will. Like how you said, how women say that they're alone. You are alone. But if you don't love yourself, who will?
The surgical procedure you pass
Mm-hmm.
is recommendable for everybody, or you recommend, or from your point of view, take a good therapy before to start with that?
They do actually. They do a lot of people who do have and that. A lot of people here in the States. Okay, I went to TJ to go get it done, but requirements here because of cost, not because of anything else, but the way it goes here, they actually do mental check. They do therapy and you have like a complete mental check before going through this procedure here in the States. It's true. Like they said, they make sure that you are mentally prepared for this change. It is very true. Anybody can look at it and talk to their doctor about it, because even before their doctor, even here in the States, will recommend it if you're trying to get their surgery or not surgery. I mean, their insurance or not insurance. They will make sure that you are mentally prepared for this change. The thing is, we have so much, like I said, so easy that we go across the border, and like I said, I did myself for cost though, but I was mentally ready. I did do the work, but like I said, that woman that I saw over there who was going for the third time, did she do the mental work for it? No. So I recommend the surgery to anybody who is already prepared to make that change, or who has not even prepared, who has started already their own mental health rehabilitation. Because there's mental health rehabilitation. We have to rehabilitate our mind. I was broken mentally, and I had to do the work with God's help to find my love, my self-love. You have to. You have to do mental work before doing the physical. If not, like I said, I'm not trying to say everybody will end up like that lady who was going back there 3-4 times, and I pray that she's finally, hopefully, happy with herself. But whoever wants to speak to me about my weight loss journey, and when they want to really hear me and not judge me on my decision of why I decided to do what I did was the gastric sleeve, that I'm willing to speak. But I tell them, like, you had to do that mental work first. I had to be prepared. I was done. I was already so tired of being that person. Like I said, going through 2017, 2000, seeing my journey of I was committed to myself physically, but mentally I wasn't ready, because I would always give up on myself. I would give up on myself. And now that, okay, yes, however anybody wants to call it, I hit the reset button, or I took the shortcut. However you want to say I did it. I resetted my stomach, and I'm committed though, because now, like I said, I mentally am always checking. Me being so mentally strong shows in my physicalness. Shows in my stay committed, like my shirt says, to myself. It shows that I'm committed to my mind. I have to stay faithful to the decisions and that I have put to myself, the goals that I have put to myself. Because before I would put goals to myself all the time and not commit to them. I would commit to them physically for a moment, see results, and then be happy and give up because I was mentally not strong to commit. Because we do get happy for a moment when we see results. We do. And then we like, I got this now, so let me go back to eating a little bit different. You know, when I did lose the 40 pounds on my own, you know, then you get happy. You're like, woohoo! And then you start going back into old habits because I wasn't mentally prepared and committed to myself to stick to the new pattern. So yeah, no, it's a mental game. It's mental. It starts with mental, and if you commit to being fit, commit to being fit mentally, and you will, in time, be fit physically, because you're fit mentally. Because I had to see myself. I had to see myself already in my goal and accept that that's how even though my body dysmorphia did not allow me to see it. You know, even though I could not see it, I had to commit to myself that I see the vision and that's where I'm going to be. And even when I didn't see it, I had to recheck myself. I'm going to say, I think I removed all the mirrors in my house. I didn't take pictures for the longest time. I didn't I couldn't see myself for the longest. I had, you know what I mean? It was a mental challenge. I'm not lying. I did remove the mirrors. I only had a mirror in my bathroom, you know, and I only saw from face up. You know what I mean? I didn't, you can see it on my social medias, for 2 whole years. I didn't post any pictures. I didn't take any pictures. And even through my journey, as I still didn't post or anything, because you know what, it wasn't because I'm saying posting because it's living on social media. No, I'm just saying that I just lived in the shadows and committed to myself.